Howdy folks, how are you today? It's about liquid lunch here, and we are gonna do some shit because, well, it's gonna be day 3 of trying to get that frickin' truck moved for me, since I've invested time and wasted time. I just want to get it done. Oh no, I crushed your glasses. Got the golf cart up here, so we're not gonna be doing the normal walk. So we're gonna cruise it out there because, well, I'm lazy and I can do what I want. So we're gonna cruise out there, talk about the situation we got going on. Looks like there's some rain north of us. I knew it was coming, but we should be good, not have to worry about anything. But for starters, I couldn't get that stupid truck started yesterday. So the batteries basically died on me when I was messing around with it towards the end of the day and trying to do some different things. But you know, at one time I thought that thing was going to fire up, and then the batteries just were done. So I unhooked them from each other, and I got 2 chargers going on them, one for each battery. That way I know that these things are getting the full amount of everything it could give. And that bad boy right there is almost good, 100% almost. And I know this one is still on, has been on, so I'm going to hook those things back up. I'm not going to check to see if I lost my prime in any of these until after I jump in and try to start it. I'm not going to shoot it with ether. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to try to crank it over with as much batteries as I've got. I did dump a gallon of antifreeze in that bad boy because, well, it seemed like it was a little low, and oddly enough, after I did that, I did try to start it one time, and it almost sounded like it wanted to go, because maybe there was just not enough antifreeze in there for that sensor, because when I would roll the key forward before I would try to crank on that thing, the shutdown light was on there, and I know if that thing don't have enough antifreeze, that sensor is going to shut that down. So that could possibly have been it, and if that's it, boy, that's silly. And shame on me for not doing that before. But like I said, I did take zip tie and shove down there and check it, and there seemed to be plenty in there. But if that's it, then wow, that's mind-blowing. And the simplest shit sometimes can stump you for days. But as long as you never give up and you keep trying, one of these days you'll get that. So I'm gonna cut you out for a minute. I'm gonna unhook these chargers real quick because nobody needs to see that. And I'm gonna get that thing set back up, and then I might hook you up because I got the golf cart sitting over here. I might hook you up on that because it's kind of windy, but who knows. And then I'll try that thing with you, and if it does start and run, then that blue truck's getting moved in a hurry, and that truck's gonna get slid over there, and we have got other things to do. So that's what's going on. All right, for now, we will see ya. And we are back. So I'm gonna jump in that thing real quick because I got everything taken care of that I needed to quickly. I'm just gonna try and crank that thing over and see if it'll start, and if it does, praise the Lord, thank you Jesus. Oh, we got her. But if not, then I guess we're gonna keep messing with it until we get it to go. So we'll see. I don't know what is going on. I've just got the weirdest shutdown inside the truck is buzzing for some reason. Let's go take a look here. Every time I go to crank this thing, the old shutdown buzzer is up here buzzing for some reason in here, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's coming from over there somewhere, and I am not exactly sure what is going on. See that? Kind of odd, so I don't know. It's racking my brain now for sure. Hey, we'll dump some ether in this thing and try to fire it up though and see what happens. Check those fuel situation out with the filters and whatnot and see if maybe it's got some air that leaked in there and I may have lost my prime. Don't know. I just don't know. So once again, racking the brain. So we'll see what's going to go on. I'll get back with you here in a little bit after I check the filters and let you know the old situation, what we got. So we'll see. All right, we'll be back. Well, folks, she is running. Not sure what happened. Cranked on her, threw some ether in there. She puffed out a bunch of black smoke. I mean, I had to let that thing puff and give for a hot ass minute, but she going. She sure don't start like this, that's for sure. I'm gonna get this thing some air and get it moved so I can get that thing moved over here. Hopefully it don't die out before I do. That's for sure. This brown chalk out of the way. Because thank you. I think that thing just lost its prime. I had to dump some fuel in both them filters, and it's running. That's all I care about, to be honest with you. So let's get this crap moved quick. That's all I've got to say, because I don't have a ton of time, I don't think. I don't know. We'll let it run, see what happens, and thank you. That's all I've got to say. Boy, that thing was puffing some black smoke. It started really hard, but it's running. So I'm happy, ecstatic, because that was a pain in my ass. And that shutdown ended up going off after a minute after I cranked on it, and it just had to puff itself out because may have been some water in these lines. I don't know. Oh no, it just died. It just died. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go at it again. I'm at least gonna get the blue chuck moved. That way, if I do get it going again, I can just slide it over. So we'll see until then. Well, folks, as you can see, it is moved. It is now currently not in Wash Bay 1 anymore. And you don't know how happy I am to get that thing out of the way. One of the brakes there is locking up on me, so it's raining out. I'm glad I got it moved when I did, because it's supposed to shower for about an hour, even though I didn't think I see anything on the radar. This bad boy right here is locked up on me. I don't know if you can get down in there or not, but I got to get that loosened up because I cannot get that thing to slide backwards any, but at least it's not where it was, so it is right there for now. So I can get some of this new drainage system hooked up over to Wash Bay 1. But man, I'm ecstatic. Finally. I gotta go throw that air filter in real quick. That way it is not sitting out in the rain, and then I'll close that up. And once it stops raining, maybe I'll come back and tinker with it some more, because I want it back farther, because I want to park the blue chuck right in front of it. That way they are face to face pretty much. So that way it can sit there and get some TLC, because whatever, I don't even care if it sits there for a while. I'll drag it backwards if I have to hook something up to it and drag it back if I can't get it to go again, because basically filling up the fuel filter in that water separator, and it's running the fuel that's in there, because I think there's something wrong with one of the lines. So those are all going to get taken off and replaced here, but as long as it's out of the way, that thing can sit there until whenever I feel like messing with it again. And that's that for now. So we'll see ya. Well, I got some of this drainage system moved over here. So what I'm going to do now, because I've got to get this thing slid back some here. As you can see, the issue I've got is this tire's digging down in. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's digging down in because that other side of the brake is stuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cage that brake. I don't know if you know what that means or not, but I'm going to unlock that brake as much as I can by sticking Big Chachi, my handy dandy drill, on that thing and trying to release that so it is backed off, because since it is stuck, this thing does not want to move back. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to try to unlock this, check those filters and stuff, dump some more fuel in there, get this thing, try to fire up again and slide it back so I can just move it back a little bit, because I want it back farther. I basically want it right here. I want the back of it right here, so when I back the big wagon out, I don't have any issues, and that thing can sit there as long as it needs to, and we can get in and out of the garage like we want. So that's what I'm going to do right now, if I can. I'm going to try at least. Well, there's nothing wrong with trying, right? Because that's all you can do sometimes. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can get it moved back. I'll see if I can get that brake unlocked. If I do, I'll show you what I'm talking about by caging that and getting that unlocked. Then maybe I'll dump some fuel in there and try to fire it up with you on camera. That way you can see that, but I'm sure you really don't care. So until then, we'll see ya. So I've got this brake caged. Basically, Big Chachi wouldn't go down in here because this is too long. My socket wouldn't fit on there, so I basically had to use some of Grandpappy's elbow grease and crank that bad boy over with a wrench. But obviously you can see, who knows how long that thing's going to hold. This whole section here is going to need changed out. This brake chamber, you can hear me hollering from this tank. But if you can get up in there, you can see that brake is not on there no more. So that is good. This thing should just be able to slide back here. But dump some more fuel in there, because every time I unhook that bad boy, she just sucks right down. For some reason, air goes through here and it just shoots it on over. And I pulled off the filter, which is down under here. And this stuff, I'm telling you right now, this old drainage system is not very nice to lay on. There's a filter, it's a Wix. They put that on there, probably brand new when the person I bought it from was messing with it. But so that is, those are both full, and this thing is going to need changed out. As soon as I get it over there, I'm going to drain that stuff out and swap those over, because I do have some new ones to put on, so that'll be nice. This bad boy, you can see that crack right there. Both of them just drained out this winter time and leaked all over the place, but whatever. So as long as I can get this thing to fire up and move, I should be good, because it should just be able to roll right back and not have any problems since that brake is loose. Because for some reason, when you would release the air brakes, that thing was sticking. Was an issue when we bought it, because it was locking up, sliding when we were moving it from, we bought the truck, I got it, it was in Pennsylvania. The kid kind of lived on a mountain hillside, and I just kind of drove it down the road and slid that thing. But that line's coming from over there to over here. The one is a antifreeze line, because that is to heat the fuel up so it doesn't gel up in the winter time. But where the fuel's going, when I undo that and the air goes, maybe it's coming, I mean, I swear it's draining down, but this is an antifreeze line right here, so I don't know. This is the fuel line that goes into something on the end of the compressor, and then the compressor has a line that goes off of it that goes down to, I know you can't see that stuff because all this shit's in the way, but it goes down right there where that filter's at. That's the top of the filter. The line goes in there, and then the line goes out, and then it goes into the bottom of the motor, or maybe it shoots to the back there. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a certified diesel mechanic. I don't really know shit, but I try to learn what I can when I can, and have projects like this, so I can figure things out myself. It's what it is. Don't really care. Do what I can. So I'm gonna try to fire this thing up real quick. I'll figure out if I can find a spot for you to sit. That way you can see. I'm sure I'll probably have to shoot some more ether in it to get it started because it just doesn't want to crank over. So I will set you up right out here, and we'll see if we can move that thing around because it needs moved back a little bit. If not, like I said, I can drag it back with something else probably if I need to. Well, that's not gonna work. Get you on there right and steady you out. There, that's probably about as good as you're gonna get, so for now. close to where I wanted. I can tell you that much right now. It's a little bit farther back than I want to. For some reason, since this has that tag axle on it, this is the only wheel that spins right now. I had it locked up, so it should have done both of them. But that thing is not spinning like it should. And that just dug a hole there. So I'm probably gonna have to, while I got the air on there, hook the brown chuck up to it and pull it forward a little bit, because like I said, that's too close. That is too close for that. Be backing up out of there. But I'm gonna let this thing run, because why not? Maybe check the fuel, see if it's sucking, see if it's pumped through here. And we'll get back with you, but hey, at least it's moved. It's running. It don't sound bad for what it is. Idle's okay. That's an issue though, so that's something I'm gonna have to work on. And I think once I get those brakes taken care of, I should be cool. But that's what it is. Little custom tank strap there. Just holding on. Just holding on. Good air filter in there. The thing run for a while though. I mean, I'm sure it had a bunch of junk garbage in there. And if it's sucking in and it's running like that, might as well just let it run for a little bit. See what I can't do about that. Probably have to dig that stuff up and do what I gotta do, but it's where it is. And that is a big plus. That's a win in the old book. I like to slide the front over just a skosh, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's, you know, this new drainage system's kind of loose anyways, because I'll just move a bunch of shit around, so you'll have that. But I'm happy. That's all that matters. I'm happy. We can start doing other things. Got the old battery charger on the Beetle in here, so as soon as we get everything going and we can fire this thing up, which it's going to probably need to sit overnight, then we can go from there and start cleaning this place out, get everything situated like we want it to be, so we can do more shit. Because I have just got in the mail a tank for the mini bike. A few years ago I lost the cap, and came in the mail today, and there's a big Chachi sitting on top of the box. So I'm going to be fixing that up. That way Michael can cruise around the yard, be like a bear on a tricycle. But he wants to cruise it, so we'll do it. All right, we'll see you folks.